One day in July 2009, a person dies of diarrhea in Jajarkot. Next day, few people in the neighborhood fall prey to the same disease and lose their lives. Till now, this looks like a coincidence, but the terror of this disease has already entered the village without anyone's notice. One by one, people succumb to its attack, and one after another house begins to mourn the death of its inhabitants.
One would say that this is the work of river ghost. We should beat the drums to chase it away. But still, it could not prevent spreading of the disease. A handful of people knew what was happening. Health post was far and situation was worsened by poor road system. As a result, situation became more chronic.
206 villages spread over 20 districts witnessed the sudden outbreak of this epidemic in the mid and far western region. 346 people lost their lives and 62,016 people were affected by this disease.
It was a painful as well as shameful incident that so many people died of diarrhea. I don't think the government is keen to carry the people's agenda forward.
This sad episode of Jajarkot forced us to rethink, urged to make preventable diarrhea death a history slowly converted in a slogan. Subsequently, this process transformed into a campaign. While spreading this campaign, we used a variety of media platforms.
It is not that Nepal government has not given priority to sanitation. It has set an objective of providing basic sanitation to all by the year 2017. UN high-level meeting on sanitation and safe drinking water is being organized in coming July. There may be some positive outcomes from that meeting, but we can't just keep quiet expecting something to happen. There is a need for policy decisions that will have far-reaching consequences, and our campaign is aimed for increased political commitment. Oh, 14 million people? This massive figure played a big part.
Since youth constitute more than half the population of the country, the participation of this group was mandatory. We have focused a great deal on online platforms such as petitions, wikis, blog, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter to attract attention of youths. Besides, we have posted articles on popular online news sites.
At the end of the program, all the participants write their own experiences, which is addressed and delivered to the parliamentarians.
Raising the plight of women on this issue, artist Asmina Ranjit performed an installation art on 12th of March, marking the Women's Day. In Nepal's context, I have seen many women who avoid drinking water before leaving their house because there aren't any friendly toilets around, and there is this feeling of embarrassment because the whole act of going to public toilet is embarrassing.
Lack of drinking water and access to toilet has been a cause for many young girls to discontinue going to the school.
चैत्र 9 गते दिउँसो 1 बजे टोली खेल आउनुहोस् गिनीज विश्व रेकर्डमा तपाईको योगदान पुर्याउनुहोस्.
The world's longest toilet queue is a campaign that will be held in many countries on March 20th, 21st and 22nd to show the sheer number of people who lack access to toilet.
रामकुमार काश
Outside Kathmandu, we have collected signatures from 28 districts. From a total of 30 districts, we are able to get support of 30,000 people.
They were in fact sensitized about the issue, and they became aware that despite living in the 21st century, there is still lack of access to toilets, and we are still in a condition where we have to queue up for toilet. Therefore, toilets are absolutely necessary. We need toilet in every home. Let's hope that we never have to queue up for toilet like this. Let this be the last queue. Let there be a toilet in every home in Nepal and in every home around the world.
Who would be interested in standing in a queue for toilet like this? Yet, 2.6 billion people around the world are deprived of basic sanitation. Therefore, the queues organized around the world should be symbolically viewed as a voice of those people who are deprived of sanitation services. Alternatively, it can be taken as a resolve for not queuing up again, or the hope that this would be the final queue ever. But on 20th of March, Girija Prasad Koirala, who had the opportunity to become Nepal's most serving Prime Minister, passed away. Though the campaign scheduled to take place on 22nd at Turikale was postponed, the activity of queuing up outside toilets went undisturbed. Moved by the Jajarkot tragedy, this campaign was organized on the 30th of March, where artists had drawn this map in memory of the people who lost their lives in the epidemic in different parts of the country. Here, the epidemic-stricken districts have been symbolically painted in yellow.
Which is written every day by 5 million people who are deprived of it. I have come to give the message that we will become a civilized society if we live hygienically.
We have raised this issue as a campaign. We are carrying this message to every city, every community. The event organized to realize this goal is coming to an end. Lamps have been lighted in lasting memory of the deceased, but the campaign shall continue. Jajarkot should not repeat. Hope that we do not have to look at such visuals once again, where people meet untimely deaths, or let lives not be wasted, lives that could have been saved with simple oral rehydration and saline water.
बस्ती बस्ती बंजर